AJ Gonzalez is a Skool Games winner and a top 1% earner on the platform. In this video, I talk with AJ about the first steps a beginner needs to take when starting a community.
Number one, get clear on who you're trying to help. Who's the avatar, right? What's the end result?
The fastest path to making money with Skool.
If you want to make money on Skool, that's the end goal. Send them to join. They leave a phone number. You have a simple start here module. Maybe 1 or 2 lead magnets. Hop on calls, so that's the goal. Make sales.
And the reason so many people fail, even when they know what to do.
That's the $1 million question, right? The more you can delay gratification, the more you'll win.
AJ, man, super excited to talk to you today.
Amazing. Yeah, I'm excited to jam with you too, brother.
So you are one of the top 5% earners on Skool. You have a really successful community and you know how to make money on the platform. So let's just start with that. There's a huge amount of traffic right now coming to Skool. What kind of advice would you give to somebody who's brand new in terms of how to start actually earning money on the platform?
Yeah, so amazing. I love that question, right? Because it's one of the most common questions, how can I make money on Skool, right? And I always like to talk to coaches hey, well, what's the end goal? Our coaches are just people do you want to make money on Skool, or do you want to just have a hobby, or do you want to just have a little side gig? First and foremost, the thing I love about Skool is it gives you so much variety. You don't have to I've seen some people just have a fantasy football community, right? I just saw one the other day, right? Cool, amazing. That's the goal. But if you're really trying to make money, okay, cool. Number one, get clear on who you're trying to help. Who's the avatar, right? Is it I work with a lot of coaches, right? So it's are you trying to help people lose weight? Are you, are you a therapist wanting to get clients? How are you designing your community for it? How much do you eventually want to charge? These are all questions that coaches or people have to ask themselves. What's the end result? What positive do you want to happen, and how much do you want to charge? And if you're just starting and you're brand spanking new, you're brand spanking new to your business on Skool, I still think the best thing for you to do is do a free community. Free community is our people want to do a $5, $10 community. I'm if you're just brand new, and you're just starting, and I tell coaches this a lot, it's you suck, you're just starting, right? So it's get your reps in, talk to your people, give free stuff away, get data, and then you'll be fine. And then for me, when I first started on Skool, and I did the free model, I was doing what I'm doing part-time for years. And now I'm doing it full-time. But I did 3.5 months of sending people to my free community, and I didn't try to sell them anything. I was doing 4 to 5 group calls in there for free a week. And when people would get in my community, I would give them a free call with me where I would help them with their business, and I didn't charge them anything, and I didn't even try to sell them anything. And I'm a sales guy. You know how hard that is? That's hard. Yeah, it's really hard. So yeah, to give you a big answer to your specific questions. Yeah.
So what were you doing during that time then, when you've got that 3 months and you've got this, you're building goodwill, I guess, but is there an end goal? Are you getting data? What is the point of doing that?
Data, because I can wholeheartedly tell you that the product that I thought I was going to sell wasn't the product I ended up selling.
Okay.
Because I'm a huge Sam Ovens fan. I love his past YouTube videos. And I'm all about data. I thought that I was cool, I was gonna make these modules, help them with their sales ability and stuff like that. So I was getting people in there, but then I was figuring out, you know what? No, they don't really want this. They want this instead. So I felt I wasn't even looking back on that time, what I charge now, I wasn't even worth 80% of what I'm charging now. That's the truth. And I built so much goodwill with people, so many testimonials, that I was able to leverage that, and I really started making money on Skool because of that. And I would not have done all that, won the games and stuff like that if it wasn't for that period. And I was still a full-time fitness coach, by the way, too.
Okay.
I had a very successful in-person personal training business. Yeah. And I was still doing 8 to 10 hours at the gym, come home and do about 10 to 12 hours on Skool.
It's interesting because if you're a fitness coach before, I'm assuming that you probably thought you had a pretty clear idea of what the offer is. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you started, did you have something and you're I want to sell this, but you kind of waited, or did you really not know when you were starting?
It was a combination of everything, dude. It really, really was, because at the time I was I wanted to help fitness. My original, this is why I was data illustration, right? My first community was I built it just to help fitness coaches get to 10K plus per month in their in-person business. Okay. So I started having people come in, right? I was cool, I'm going to sell this, I'm going to help them, but let me do some free stuff, get some people in, build community, right? And then I noticed that there was a big need for people who were joining that were in the online space. And they're like, AJ, we love you. We love you. We're like, they're dope, but there's nothing for us here. Like, it's all in-person stuff.
Mm.
So I was like, okay, like I know how to do online fitness coaching, right? My business, right? I know how to get clients online. Let me pivot to that. But I was only able to get there by having a free group, people join, and I got data, and I just constantly iterated and made it better over time.
Right.
So that's what happened.
So how did you know when it was time to actually make that offer? Like when it was solid?
That's like the $1 million question, right? I remember I've been on Skool for a while, as you same with you, right? So I remember I was in Max Person's group.
Okay.
So I paid $1,000 to get a call, right? And I asked him that same question. Like everyone asked, like, when should I do a paid community? And he gave me this answer. And I'm like, it was annoying, but it's the truth. Like, they will tell you when they're ready to pay you. Like, there will be signs. Like, hey, AJ, like, do you do more one-on-one? Hey, like your free community is growing. People are getting results. Like, that can be a tangible too. Like, there will be actions and there will things be spoken that to make them be like, okay, I'm ready to pay you. And then that's when you'll know. And that's when I started to know 3.5 months in. I was like, yeah, it's time.
So what gives you the patience to wait it out for that? Is that because you already had an in-person business that was like keeping you going? Because I know a lot of people when they're coming into school, they just want to start making money right away. Yeah. Maybe they're like, I gotta go all in. Like, what was it that gave you the patience to wait it out?
Oh, delayed gratification.
Yeah.
The more you can delay gratification, the more you'll win. Like, if I were to put, like, for example, a lot of the mistakes that a lot of new people in school do, if the goal is to make money, is, like I said earlier, is like they have a free community, so that people are not really enrolling. So they're kind of like, but they're probably not advertising enough, or it's probably not appealing enough. So they think that by putting a price tag of $50, $100, like that's going to magically change something. It's actually not. You're just going to add way more friction to where friction doesn't need to be, right? So for me, it's like I knew I was going to make money on Skool. But I know, since, like you said, I had a business. I'm a big Hormozi guy as well. Like, I love Alex Hormozi's videos. So a lot of my teachings and everything are a direct influence to him. I just knew that the more I delayed gratification, the more I got data, the better my program will be when I'm ready to launch it.
Right.
And when coaches, consultants, or whatever niche you're in, whatever the end result for a paid community is, like, and you're just starting, you need data. And you probably suck, and that's okay. Like, it's okay, like, to suck at the beginning. Like, Hermosa all about that. Like, you're probably suck in the beginning, but then you just get data, you get better, then you become worthy enough to really charge either like a premium price or a mid-ticket price. Like I said, just depends on what. Like, I do I work with coaches, so I'm a big believer in high-ticket coaching. So like, sometimes coaches are not at that level yet, so they need to like get their reps in. So that's the more of the bigger answer to your question.
Right. So like, I know that, so Skool's got a lot of traffic coming right now, people who are building hobby communities, maybe people who aren't necessarily looking to the high ticket coaching stuff. I'm sure there's a lot of that too, but for people who are thinking about maybe doing like hobby communities or low ticket communities, do you have any like advice from your high ticket experience that you think would transfer over for them?
So if you're trying to do like a low ticket, like, if you're trying to do low ticket scale with low ticket, it's hard. Low ticket sales is very hard. It's because you got to worry about churn, cancellation, like, it's a lot of stuff, right? But like, if at the end of the day, like, do what your goal is, whatever the goal, whatever makes you happy. Like, if you want to make a couple thousand on Skool doing low ticket sales a month, amazing, cool, do it. If you want to make a bunch of money on Skool doing high ticket coaching, amazing, do it. But at the end of the day, it's like, if really focus on the beginning stages of focusing on building a good product, but also focus on building a community. I remember, like, and I wasn't around for when I was doing it. I remember, like, my free community, I was really pushing activity. So we were like, for like 95 members, we were like in the 200s on the discovery. And I didn't have the star back then. I was like, I would have the star back then too. I was really pushing towards activity, but I was really focusing on the community aspect, right? Because I wanted everyone to talk with each other. I wanted to talk with them, right? Talk to my customers, right? And then I did that every single day. A lot of people won't do that every day. And that's why it's like they get on an endless wheel where they join Skool and they kind of phase out. They'll stop posting about their community, right? And then also too, like, kind of little sidetrack, like with your school commute. Well, the funny thing about it, I literally just got off of a coaching call with my coaches. So like I'm fresh off my coaching call with this. So I literally was just talking to them about like a similar fashion. It's like school is amazing and it works really well with a partner in the sense of Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. Like it works really, really, really good with a partner. So if you have a good, like if you have an audience that like that, your avatar, people that like that are like will buy your product or join, like promote it, and just don't promote like generic. Hey, join my free community. I always tell people don't say it that way. Say it like, hey, do you want this free resource? Insert lead magnet. They say yes. Here you go. It's in my community. Like that's like the thought process like that I always think when I promote a community and when I build a community.
Yeah, I've heard that. I forget who I heard that from, but maybe it was Ted Carr. Yeah, the idea of like promoting a thing, like an actual benefit and object rather than the community itself. Because I guess a lot of people still don't really realize the inherent benefit of a network somehow. So
yeah. Yeah, and that's just typically how it is. It's like, what sounds more appealing? Hey, join my community, William. Or, hey, do you want this lead magnet on how to 10x your YouTube? Yeah. It's in my community. Do you want to go get it?
Of course.
Yeah. Like it's like the old, I think it was the Geico commercials. Like the guy with like the old man with the money on it. He's like, oh, you got to be quicker than that. It's like, you want this? Like that's how you want to promote a community, right? You'll get people to join it by saying, yeah, join my community. But like you'll increase the likelihood they join if you give them something like a lead magnet, which is pretty easy.
I really like that analogy. It makes it feel that much more real. How, like you're fishing, like you're actually trying to, pull people in. So talking about that then in terms of like bringing people from another platform, Instagram or YouTube or something like that, like, do you have any advice for people who are just getting started, who don't have a channel, like how they can start to leverage that and bring people to their community?
Like if they're brand new and they don't have any like social media following, which is, I see it a lot too. Like they don't have anything, right? Okay, cool. It's like number one, and I know I've been saying it a lot, but I always say it's like premise the goal. What's the goal? If the goal is to make money, cool, amazing. There, okay, I'm going to give you advice about how to make money with that. In my opinion, right? Is in that situation is like, okay, get clear on your offer, right? That's number one. Get clear on exactly what you want your community about. Get it like a Hermosi style, a niche slap. Get really clear on that. That's that. Once you get clear on that, even if it's people that you have text messages from, people that you've engaged with, even outside of social media, ask them to join your community. That's option one. The next thing is if you're like, okay, cool, how can I get more data? Like some of my coaches, they do cold traffic ads, right? That's one play. And then they send them the link to join the free community. And it warms them up to eventually buy the product if that's the result. So you can do cold ads the right way. You can do message your contact list. I messaged my contact list, everyone that I felt that would eventually buy my product. I did all that, right? If I had to start from zero, if I was starting from zero, I literally would do everything I just told you, build an audience organically with paid ads. And instead of trying to hop on a sales call with them, I would just send them my free community, have them leave their phone number for a call. And if my product was ready, I would try to sell it.
Right. So don't just rely necessarily on starting a YouTube channel from scratch and like getting all your school traffic from there. You got to be a little bit more resourceful, I guess.
You do. Yeah. Cause even YouTube alone, like I love YouTube as well too. Like I absolutely love filming YouTube videos. But it's like, especially when you're just, when you're just starting from YouTube, it's like YouTube's a longer play. It's a longer play. Like it is like, if you won't do it for a year, don't do it for a day. It's like, it's a tough gig. And then if you're like Instagram is Instagram or TikTok, I would say Instagram more because TikTok is kind of not really built for conversations and sending links out. Instagram is like the most easiest way because you can do a good Instagram post with a good B-roll clip, like good trending audio. Hey, like comment this down below and I'll send you over my thing. And it'll go viral pretty quick. It could build traction really, really quick. I've seen it. So like if I would focus on Instagram. I think Instagram and YouTube are like, but I would lean more a little bit for the most success that I've seen is coaches utilizing Instagram to get people to like Instagram and Skool are the best pairs in my opinion as of right now.
Cool. Love that. Let's talk a bit about the Skool games. I want to hear about that experience. Like, what was it like when you were going for that? Was that a really conscious move? Just like, let's talk about it.
Yeah. So fun fact, right? So originally when I joined Skool, I joined it earlier on when Hermosi was doing his first ads about it.
Yeah.
Right. I was like, it took me a while. It took me a couple months. I was like, long story short, I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and join. I'm ready to join. I joined. So I originally made a Skool account to win the Skool games. I was like, cool. I was like, so I made it right. So I'm building it up, right? I'm like, I want to win the games. I want to win the games. But at that time, it was really hard. Like it was like 1 through 10. The average, like the 10th place person was winning, like was making like 50 to 60K a month, promising the world, the pump and dumps, right? The old school. I'm like, oh my God, it was just, it was hard. So then when they made the changes, it made it more easier, right? So then what happened is I started working with one of my clients. His name is Micah. And he has a good following, right? So I'm helping him with his business. And then randomly, I told him, I'll never forget. I was like, dude, we can win the games, right? And he looks at me, he's like, well, I don't give a shit. He's like, I just want to make money, right? And he's like this Muay Thai guy, he don't really care about stuff like that. And I was like, okay, well, let's make a push. So then we made a push and we got top 5 in our category. We produced like $7,000 in like 3 weeks. So we won the games together. And then I was able to represent us as a team. And it was an amazing experience. When I saw Hermosi, right, it's like, I there's this quote that says, never meet your heroes. So I was like, I did have the thought, I'm like, is he gonna be a dick? Is he not gonna be how he is in videos? He's the same exact way. And I was like, okay, cool, amazing. I was able to sit with him. I had like a 15-ish minute conversation, just me and him. For some reason, no one was talking to him. I was like, I want to make the most of this.
Of course.
So I was talking to him. I was able to thank him for like, his words of wisdom, because in the earlier days on Skool, I was like, first of all, I was a personal trainer, right? So he immediately, I clicked with his videos because he's from the gym industry as well. So when I met him, I told him, I was like, yeah, one of his quotes really kept me going in the earlier days of Skool when I was doing a bunch of free stuff, because it was tough. I wanted to charge right away, quick. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was like, I knew delaying gratification, but I had thoughts of charging already, right? And one of his quotes, it goes, this is where most people quit, and because of that, I will keep going. And that quote is like, it keeps me going every day. Whenever I get like a hard, I'm like, most people, I know for a fact, majority of people, especially in today's society, will quit. They will not do free stuff. They will not do that. And he would always say in his videos, like, if you do the work, people won't compete like that. They're just not going to do it. And I was like, no way. But then when I started scaling, I realized, I'm like, oh shit. I was like, a lot of people don't do the work. So I was able to talk with them and thank them for that quote, because that really kept me going and thank them for all this influence, right? And then I told him about my 3.5 months of like doing the free stuff, like I told you right now. And he looks at me, it's like validation from your hero. It's just like, he looks at me and he's like, I cannot tell you how many people won't do what you did. And because of that, that's why you're here. And I was like, it's like, thanks, Dad, That's not like how I felt, So it was amazing. The meeting Sam Ovens, obviously I know you interviewed him. I watched the whole thing. Amazing. Same exact way on on video. Like, he's cool. Like, he's I like meeting Sam, because like when he talks to you, it's like he's really listening to every little word that you're saying. And he's you interview him, so you know how it is. And then I feel like he analyzes everything you're saying. And one thing I really love about him, and I caught this pretty quick, and I told my wife, when he talks about Skool, he'll ask you, like, what do you think though? Like people were giving him, like, we're gonna come up with this update, right? And people were like just staying quiet, and we were sitting at the table. He's like, what do you think though?
Yeah.
Do you think that will perform well? And he's legitimately asking, because he's getting data. Yeah. That's what he's doing.
Yeah. And he's gonna get way more information from asking you than he is by talking and just giving his opinions about it.
Yeah. And that's what we were talking about. He was just like, I just felt like, I'm like, dude, this guy's like killing it. Great product. But like, he's not like being a condescending, like being like, oh, what do you think? No, he's like, well, it like a Sam Ovens way. Like, I remember he was talking to a guy, and I'm like right there, and he tells him something. I forgot what it was, and he looks at him. He's like, but what do you think though? And it's like, oh, I don't know, because of blah blah blah. But like, and then Sam's like, okay, but what about this and this though? And he's legitimately asking. And then the person's like, oh yeah, you're right. And then one of the funny things that Sam said, it was funny. It was like this guy came, right? I'm not gonna say his name, and his community is killing it. He had like 3% churn, right? So this guy was talking. He's like, yeah, he's like, I feel like removing myself from the community, my churn's gonna go up and everything. And then like this is like during the Q&A process, And then we're like, oh, and everyone's like, you're gonna be fine, dude. 3% turn is really, really good. You're killing it, you're doing amazing. He's like, yeah, but if I don't answer questions right away, like the turn may go up, blah, blah, like literally freaking out, right? So then we broke up, right? And then like we're talking, right? And then Sam just tells him, he's like, dude, you need to like chill out. Like you'll be fine. But it was just funny the way he said it. He's like, it's like, yeah, like that dude over there, like chill out. Like I just started laughing because it was funny because yeah, it's like it was amazing meeting both of them. Like it really was an amazing experience. But I can tell you this, right? I made a Skool account with the end result to meet Hermosi and win the games.
Right.
It was amazing. But I could wholeheartedly tell you now the position where I'm at in my business. I get more fulfillment working with coaches and seeing them get results than I did by winning the Skool games.
Ooh.
Because my business and life would not have changed. Well, actually, I would maybe be more specific. My business would have remained the same if I didn't win the games because I would still be doing the same thing I'm doing. So now don't get me wrong, my ads perform better now because I have a picture with them. So I'm not gonna lie to you on that. But it was an amazing experience. But that was the goal in the beginning. But then now it became more of a side quest. That's how I look at it. It was a side quest because I didn't just win the games and be like, job's done. I'm like, no, I have goals. I have specific goals that I want to reach from my coaching business.
Of course.
So it's like, this is where it all changes over time. Where like, you think your group and it's going to be about something and it's not. It will change. And especially too, if you create this big old behemoth of courses in the beginning, which most people do. Yeah. Oh my God. It broke my heart. I just deleted it yesterday. And me and my, I have a mentor. He's on Skool too. He's on the Skool games 3 times. His name is Dan Harrison. Right. And we use this analogy when it comes to the classroom. Right. When you make a classroom, right, you put all this time, you put all like, oh my God, earlier days. And then you find out they don't want that or it's not converting.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's like the analogy is like killing your baby. Where you're like, oh, like I literally, like I had them archived. I literally a couple of days ago just deleted them. I was like, no one else, like, so long, my friend. You know, I just deleted them. There were like 8 to 10, like 2-hour videos each.
Wow.
On Keynote.
It's painful. I feel like that's one of the biggest lessons probably for people who are new to the platform is that it really is an evolving thing. You have to be willing to kill your babies and just keep changing it because you can get locked into something that's not working pretty easy, I think.
Yeah. And especially in the beginning, more people are going to spend time in the community than in the classroom.
Yeah.
It's just the truth. You think they are. There's a reason why I think as of right now, it's when you make a community, the classroom is toggled off. You have to toggle it on yourself. At the time, I think it's still that way, but I remember I saw a video. The reason why they did that is because there was so much overwhelm with the classroom.
Right.
Because people were like, right away, I got to make a course. Like literally, bro, like if you want to like make money on Skool, that's the end goal.
Yeah.
Literally like the most simplest way like is send them to join. They leave a phone number. You have a simple start here module, maybe 1 or 2 lead magnets, and you're just consistent, hop on calls. So that's a goal, make sales. That's it. That's literally at the end goal is that you just captured the number. Like in my earlier days of school, and it's one of my biggest regrets that I didn't do. I'm like, is even though I knew I was giving free stuff away, I have my free group right now is about 550 people in there. I have that in there. I'm not too sure yet what I'm going to do with it exactly. Because right now I'm just using like YouTube and just like my Instagram because it's converting really well. Honestly, like my first 300 people, I didn't have a question for them to leave their phone number.
Okay.
Like, can you imagine when my paid product was ready? Some of them don't even use Skool anymore.
Do you think that that's the phone number is just important for high ticket coaches, I guess, because it's more of these like one-on-one sales calls and the price tag is so much higher? Or do you think that most communities would want to have a phone number captured? If
the goal is to, even if it's not even high ticket, you're trying to do mid ticket or low ticket, and you're especially a stranger, right? Because sometimes they don't know you. Maybe you might just get some organic traffic from Skool. They don't know you.
Yeah.
So like, even if I was starting all over, right, and I was just in the beginning stages again, someone leaves a phone number, I would literally call. I can call them. I'd be like, hey, it's like, hey, William. I was like, dude, I just recruited you to join my community, bro. Right. I was like, welcome in. If you check, there's a simple start here module. I know you wanted a free game plan call. but we'll get to that like in a couple of days. I just wanted to formally welcome you in the community. Much love, bro. Any questions? And you're just chatting and that's it. I would do that. Mid ticket, low ticket, does not matter. I would literally do that. I'm a sales guy. I've been doing sales 18 years.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's just how it is.
I feel like there's probably a lot of social ideas around these kind of like getting a phone number, calling somebody, calling a stranger, that is going to be really taboo for people and really hard for them to kind of cross that barrier and do that. And we've probably all experienced like these high pressure sales calls where we feel like, oh, like I don't want to do this. But the way that you just described it, like welcoming somebody into the community, just being like, yo, I saw you signed up. How's it going? Like making that connection, that seems like a really good idea, just to get their phone number and just talk.
Yeah. It's like, for example, if I let someone in my house, if I invite you to my house and I leave and you open the door and I'm not there for like either now or a couple hours and you're like, okay, well, AJ has a nice house, but cool. And then they kind of just leave. Yeah. Opposed to me, you knocking on the door, I'm opening. Hey, William, what's up? What's good? Welcome in. Let me show you around. That's like gonna increase the likelihood of them taking an action that you want because you're building some type of trust. Like Hermosi said this thing and it stuck with me in my head since when I won the games. Is like direct response works really, really well to people that already know, like, and trust you. So if I did this advice that I didn't do because I paid the ignorance tax and I called people and I had a bunch of phone numbers right now from the earlier days in the free community. And I called them. I'm like, hey, dude, I was like, bro, I was chatting. I'm like, hey, dude, I actually launched a paid community. I've been getting coaches results. I don't want to tell you anything right now, but we can hop on a call later on. I can send you all my link because that's cool. Yeah, sure. I've already served him so many positive impressions that now they're more likely to take a positive action because I did something called trust. Sam Ovens in one of his mastermind videos, he says this thing, which is pretty extreme, right? I don't know if he agrees with it anymore, but he said this, right? Which I thought was really hilarious. He says to his people in his video, he says, why do you love your parents? And people were like, oh,
I remember this one. That was a good one.
Yeah. I love my parents because they're my parents. I love my parents because they raised me. He said, you love your parents because they served you a lot of positive impressions.
Yeah.
The more positive impressions you show your customers, your potential customers, your members, the more likely they're going to take a desired outcome, a desired action that you want them to take if you serve them enough positive impressions. So the more you do that, the more likely, if the end result is for you to make money on Skool, the more likely you are to make money, to be a 5% earner, to have your crown, to have all that stuff, to do this full time. Like I'm always grateful for Skool. I was able to take my passion, what I love doing, full time. Like I live in California. My wife and I are planning to move. I literally, like, even right now, like, it's crazy. I was told the other day, I was like, I literally could just grab my laptop and just be like, you know what, maybe let's leave tomorrow. Let's just go again, Alaska right now, whatever. And we'll be fine. I wasn't able to do it before because I was locked into the in-person thing. I thought I was gonna have to build a website, what courses, maybe like Sam did before, like a Facebook group and everything. I thought I was gonna have to do all that. Yeah. But Skool made everything so much easier because I could just have all my courses, talk to my members, everything just simple. And so Skool is amazing. But you just got to get clear on exactly what you want to do. And then don't rush into a paid community if you're not ready. If you're not ready and you're just starting off, and like, just be patient. Get data, get testimonials, do 5 people for free. Like that type of stuff will help. And it will. And it's going to be hard, but choose your hard. That's just how it comes down to.
What are you most excited for in terms of the future of Skool, in terms of the future of your own communities?
I think Skool is going to, like, in a couple of years, Skool is going to be like a Facebook for sure. Like earlier days, I do believe that. If you look at all the metrics, everything is up. I think that as well too, with the partnership with Hermosi, him just even promoting it even more. I saw the Hermosi ads back on too. So it's like they're going to keep rolling in. I'm excited about like the future for Skool. And the people that were like, it is true. Like people that like, struck gold earlier on, people that bought real estate in 2008. Yeah. It's like you're way in an advantage now, right? Because like for me, it's like I've been on Skool for about 1.5 years every day. So I already know so much about the platform. The modules too, like the money modules, like hopefully being able, we talked about this with the Skool games with Sam too, like breaking into biweekly payments, different payment structures, like that's going to be crucial because as of right now, it's just the monthly one, the lifetime or the annual. Like me, I like keeping my payments on Skool. I do. because it's lowest transaction fees, right? You know, I'm not gonna. I know how Sam feels about that. So and lowest, not the second, the lowest transaction fees. So I want to keep everything on Skool, but I need more options for payments, and that comes in time with voice notes too.
Yeah.
We just got native video, live stream is coming, so it's like you know how it is. It's getting so much better than it was a year ago, and it just takes time.
Yeah.
It just takes time, and he just really focused on building a good product. So I'm focused on everything, and it's been amazing. It's been an amazing journey, and it's gonna keep being amazing.
AJ, super cool talking with you, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Much love. I appreciate you. Thank you for reaching out and wanting to do this call.